Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 8 of the season here at Pukehoke. Pukekohe, whatever you want to pronounce it. We are here in Australia for our first time ever in the NRSL Outback Xfinity Series, and tomorrow we'll make the debut for this track as well. Let's get on down to your starting lineup. On the pole, we have Derek Hamill, the 47. Next to him, Vince Freeze in the 90. Third, Cole Baker. Fourth, Carter Freeze. And fifth, Steve Pollard. Sixth, Matthew Eves. 7th, Jackie Tang. 8th, Garrett Sidner. 9th, Gary O. completing the top 10. Nico Ketchum. Rest your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. No hometown heroes for this race weekend. But, of course, when we go next week, we will be over in Champs-Élysées in France. And on the final row, we have Eli Bright, Austin Yoakum. Remember, Eli Bright, he is your points leader, which, speaking of that points battle, let's just take a look after race 7 at Twin Ring Motegi. Colton Schwartz getting the victory, by the way. Bright has a 49-point lead over Adam Garcia. Colton Schwartz then 55 back. Then you got Crampton, Cole Baker, Brian Acosta, Nathan Stampton, Eugene DeMax, Nick Breeden, and Vince Freeze completing your top 10 in the battle of the points. Gary Owen needing a good run. He is starting in the top 10, so eyes will be on him and Peter Onjak. They have not yet hit 100 points, and they have been struggling so far this season. So far in the Xfinity Series, been first-time winners with the exception of Ryan Acosta that have won in the series. So real quick, for those who have never seen Pukehoke, very simple. These guys are, let me see, because this is the track where it is. Right over here is where they're doing the command right now.
Drivers, start your engine.
And then there you see, actually it's New Zealand, my apologies there, and I said Australia, my apologies there. But they're right around here, and then they're going to go around these turns here to take the start-finish line to where they take the green flag. So just want to show this start. And the prom for Joshua Sicoli in the 33 in the Coors Light Corvette. And Amanda Evans not wasting any time trying to get around the 33 and going to really hold some people up. And someone got some damage. Did a second car get an issue? Just Sicoli in the 33. So thankfully these drivers, they'll take this turn right here and they will be all good to go. This track is very, very unique. This may be a bit of a meme-tastic race, but you're going to see some crazy racing all together. We'll see what happens. Rookie Derek Hamill looking for a second win of the year. Veteran Vince Freeze, remember what happened at Twin Ring Motegi. He is looking for redemption after coming down pit road with 2 laps to go, giving up the lead. So we shall see what happens. Pace car's already down on pit road, being ready. No cautions for this race. Should be an interesting one to see what happens here in Australia. Can't forget about the ticker as well. And here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway at Pukehoke. Let's go. Derek Hamill with a nice advantage there. He'll take the lead. Vince Freeze trying to hold on to P2. Already trouble in the back. Benjamin Thomas, Adam Garcia second in the points on the grass. And also issues for Jonathan Hoff in the 16. Cars are literally all over the place here. And Owen and Breeding made some contact coming into the right-hander. And Tang goes into the wall. That is a heavy braking zone, keep in mind. And you got to really be careful with your brakes. Catch him already in the rear of the field. Derek Hamill going to lead the field down. Freeze lost out on P2 to Cole Baker. Pollard right now in P4. Freeze at P5. Good day for the Freeze and Motorsports drivers. Garrett Sidner in the 24. He's got a little bit of rear end damage from someone running to the back of him there. And Patrick Smith with a good run right now in that 15. TJ Hanley right now in that 07 trying to hold off Nathan Stapleton for that 8th position. Now Schwartz trying to take 10th from Eugene DeMax in that Busch Toyota. And we'll get the spot. Nice run there by the Dr. Pepper Corvette there, or Camaro, excuse me. And keep an eye on this turn. This will be a big watch throughout this race weekend, not just in this series, but in the Cup Series as well. You see Sokoli's back out on the track. Good sign right there. And Matthew Eves with no hood. Already getting reeled in by Derek Hamill in the 47. Vince Freeze not wanting to give up on second place so much there. All over the back bumper of that Arizona T Supra there is that Motul Toyota. Right now, Chevy, Toyota, Toyota, Chevy, and Toyota. Then you keep going. The next best manufacturer after that, you got Hanley in the 07. Around goes Bobo Jones in the 70. Jake Cook in the 99 getting involved. He's got a ton of front end damage in that Taco Bell Mercedes there. Hoff in the 60 with some damage. Dixon just went around. Madison Tall and Jonathan, or not Jonathan, I'm sorry, Malik Neves with damage. My apologies. Adam Garcia, Skylar Dixon, Austin Yoakum with damage as well. And now Vince Freeze looking for P2 on Cole Baker in the 11. Freeze trying to get that run here. This is where at times the inside line can work out. You see Freeze just got around Pollard right there, but this is where Freeze got to get going right here, because right here they like to check up on that inside line. And that 90, getting a good run early on with those tires. Got to use them now, or this is where he won't be able to get whatever he can there. And they get around Garcia, who's leaving pit road right now. Freeze had a checkup right there. Baker using the rumble strips. Still side by side for second. Now Friesen is caught up to both of them. And surprisingly, he's helping the 90 of Freeze. Remember, this is all for a battle for second place. Right behind Derek Hamill, who's got a lap car in between him and in between both of them there. And Baker looks like he will hang on. Freeze is going to make it 3 wide on the 90 with Steve Pollard right there. What a move by both Friesen and Pollard and Steve Pollard there for position. That's all for P3. And Friesen is going to take full advantage of it there. There's Nevins in the 12, who's now lapped down. Austin Yoakum, the 54, lapped down. And Hamill has caught up to Matthew Eves in the 36, and immediately not wasting any time. He is wanting to get around him, and nice move by the Schlittler System Chevrolet there. Yeah, that 36 is wicked slow. Still wanting to battle the 47, however, which is normally not a good sign right there for Hamill. He just wants to get around him, and he will do so. How about rookie Derek Hamill making a great impression already in his 7th race of the year, or 8th race, excuse me, as Patrick Smith now is looking underneath Vince Freeze for position. Oh, and Smith did not take that corner well at all, and nice move by the 90 to help hold his position right there. That's what you want to do. You want to force him to that grass. And Stapleton, the 97's got a buckle on that Powerade Chevrolet there. Don't know who he ran to the back into there, but possibly Colton Schwartz in the 60, I think. Oh, Hanley, you see, was trying to make a move on Malik Nevins, just trying to get around him and couldn't do it. And right now, that Corn Hub Ford Mustang there trying to do what he can to get around that Credit One Bank Audi there. Just couldn't seem to do it. Hanley just trying to protect both lines there. Freeze got back at the position from Patrick Smith in the 15. And around goes Baker, who sends Eves into the tire wall, and Baker's not going to hold on. Smith also went around the 15, and around goes Hanley. Sean R., Jay Cook, Amanda Evans, and chaos ensuing. Cars are trying to scatter. Cook is out of the race. Wow, Patrick Smith, Cole Baker, TJ Hanley, some of the drivers in that top 10 there. And Onjak just ran into Charles Sanford. Remember Onjak, he was one of those drivers that was trying to get up into that 100-point area, who's not been having a great season so far, and that's going to continue for the Gainesville BMW there. His teammate Acosta, though, has been gaining some ground right there. He's trying to work on Andrew Miller in the 98. It's the pass in the nick of time there is that tic-tac BMW. And Stapes about caught off Bobby Frazier there in the 41. He's got some right side damage there now in that Chevrolet for NS Racing. And Schwartz trying to get around Austin Yoakum in the 54 and Malik Nevins in the 12. Oh, and that's Pollard who wrecked. I'm not sure who he got into. It may have been getting held up from the 6 of Garcia. All this, though, behind Eric Hamill is Garrett Sidner was down pit road just earlier. Same for Eugene Max. And more issues for Patrick Smith in the 15. And some of these guys in the rear of the field, they are getting very lucky out of all this here. Right now, Friesen in P2. Freeze in P3. TJ Haley was dodging all that chaos there. Actually, he's a lap down there. I thought he was P4, but I guess not. Pollard right now in P4. Colton Schwartz at P5. And how about was it P6 there? Daniel Bouchard in the 03 in that racy Chevrolet there. Not a bad run there for that 03 team there. Costa in the top 10 right now. It's our first two-time winner today. About some other nobles. Charles Sanford, who's got a little bit of a buckle there in that Coke Vanilla Zero Chevrolet there. Alex Tanker in the 50. Al Muriego in the 09. Joseph Srigley in the 01. Brandon Crasta, who's starting the rear of the field. S2 to Eli Bright. They're in the top 20. And Benjamin Miles right now completing that top 20 there. Hamill's got to be enjoying that lead there. And Hanley trying to work on Vince Freeze for third. And Friesen's having difficulty trying to get around Garcia, who's literally trying to use the bumper. And Haley just ran into the back of the 85, who's going to get some damage. I don't know what Friesen was thinking there, but now Haley's going to come down pit road. Oh, there goes Hanley there. So now Hanley going to be 2 laps down, probably when he gets out of pit road. So far out of the race, we have Nick Breeding, Gary Owen, Madison Tall, Jonathan Hoff, Skylar Dixon, your champion, Matthew Eves, Jake Cook, Cole Baker. Yoakum 2 laps down. And probably join him in the 2 laps down will probably be TJ Hanley. Now Schwartz getting around Pollard for position. That's for 4th. So far, though, Bouchard trying to work on the 12. Not having luck right now. This area part of the course is hard to pass. Right where Guerra's at, that's where you want to be in that line. Crassa down pit road. He's got damage in the 63. That car's destroyed. I'll tell you what, though, Derek Hamill's lead just keeps growing and growing. Thanks to these people crashing each other out and battling. Friesen's finally gotten around Adam Garcia. And Vince Freeze following right behind. Finally, he's gotten around the Twitch TV Dodge Charger there, excuse me. Hamill's got to be enjoying what he's seeing there. Ryan Griffin also down pit road in the 29. Sean Ard as well. Now, when the leaders come down pit road, who knows what'll happen now? Al Muriego with a little bit of a buckle there in that Diet Pepsi Mercedes. I'm amazed with Onjak. He's actually staying out. Dealing with Bobo Jones there in the 70, who just passed him for 11th. Onjak with a really good day as long as he keeps his car out of trouble here. Bouchard finally getting around Malik Nevins in the 12. And now Freeze and Friesen having to deal with Ryan Griffin and Adam Garcia. And Vince Freeze not wasting any time. He's wanting to get around that 29 car quickly. And he's going to be put 3 wide down the middle. That's going to help Vince Freeze right there in the 90. As he's going to have that preferred groove right now. He's gotten around both of them. Nice move there. Some of these cars are looking like modifieds out there. 47, though, of Hamill. Does not have to deal with any traffic. He is on good momentum right now. Now Schwartz having to deal with Ryan Griffin and others. And the main thing when you're rookies there coming into the series, you have to know about lap traffic. You have to know what's going to be the case of trying to get around these cars that are way slower than you. How patient you have to be. Schwartz realizing that in a Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. And literally shoving the 29. Trying to let him know, saying, hey, man, shouldn't be here right now. Get out of the way. Acosta working on Nevins in the 12, who's also trying to get around Nicholas Guerra for position, trying to use him as a pick. Acosta found that groove where you don't want to be on, just bouncing around like crazy. Not a bad day for Angiato, keep in mind. Both their cars are continuing. They're staying out of trouble, and Acosta now back on working on Nicholas Guerra for 7th there. Oh, Acosta found that bad line you want to be in there, and that's no good. Bobby Frazier about followed him there. Guerra not wanting to give up on this battle. We're just going to stick here for the time being. We may pop up to that 3rd place battle there. Vince Freeze there in that 90. Guys battling crazy now. Peter Onjak losing position. Alex Tanker in the 50. That damage starting to affect that 55 right there. He's got the preferred grooves that wherever he likes to go, but when he goes to those straightaways, that's what's killing the BMW right there. Damage does take its toll right there. And gets the pass. Nice move by Stapleton to make the pass on Almeriego right there. Acosta once again trying to get around Nicholas Guerra on the inside line. Andrew Miller trying to figure out if he can make a move on Acosta because of that move right there. Or instead, how about him going in the middle with a little bit of contact there, and Acosta's going to get by. Nice save by Nicholas Guerra there. Made plenty of contact with the 98 and hangs on. Bouchard now trying to work on Steve Pollard in the 57 as you notice there Colt Schwartz, who's gotten around Ryan Griffin, now trying to work on Adam Garcia next. See, Pollard's trying to hang on for dear life. He's got that rear end damage, and it's starting to slowly affect the NASCAR numbersite.org Chevrolet there for S3 Motorsports. So 2 of their drivers in the top 5, and you got one outside of the top 15 just hanging around there. Derek Hamill continuing to lead, who's having such a fantastic car out there today, and he has not looked back. Travis Crampton went down pit road. He is the last car on the lead lap from what it looks like. Indeed the case. Danger of being a lap down. Sean Ard already a lap down there. And Garrett Cinder in the tail end of the lead lap as well. Hanley trying to pass Nico Ketchum there in the 44. He's going to pass him. Ketchum's got damage in the front end. That's affecting that car big time. Jackie Tang now pit road in the 81. That car's definitely done. Right now, Sanford, currently P18 right now, trying to work on Eli Bright for the 17th spot. And you got to wonder, too, when those pit stops are going to come on by there, where everyone's going to come on down. That includes the leaders coming on by there. See Schwartz trying to work on Garcia in the 6. And the problem is, because he's working on that 6 car too much, that's allowing Griffin, remember, who's got no front end, just like Garcia, catch up to him there. Now Schwartz going to look to the inside. They're probably a little late on that move because I think this is where Garcia is going to get that momentum. And Garcia ran to the back of Vince Freeze in the 90. Which that really affected a little more on that Twitch TV dodge there. Not by a whole lot, but you can see that front end's really bent out of shape there. Oh, Schwartz definitely slipped off that corner right there. Hamill slowly catching up to Travis Crampton in the 92. S2 and Nico Ketchum. Ketchum is obviously more slower than the 92 is. At least from what I can see. But man, Hamill's just flying through this course. Obviously, that 47 just needs to take his time. Doesn't need to do anything stupid. Now Vince Freeze seeing that he's got Carter Friesen right in front of him there, the Canadian. Whoa, he slipped off that corner bad. And that is allowing Vince Freeze to reel him in. Now, Freeze is an avid road ringer. He's been doing pretty good for the most part. For the races I've seen him do last season. However, despite not getting a win, he still knows how to run the courses very well. And he's got a good friendship and partner in Eugene DeMax in that 10 car there, so not really surprised that he can go out there and really showcase his skill. And Hamill has caught Travis Crampton in the 92 and literally shoots right by the King's Chevrolet there, and Crampton trying to fight back for whatever reason. And Hamill, no problem whatsoever. That car is just a mean rocket coming on by. And if he can get around Nico Ketchum and Sean Ard, I think it's safe to say that 47's got in the bag unless he has an issue. Now Freeze with a big gap over Vince Freeze. I think Freeze messed up on one of the corners. It's allowing Garcia to try into battle for whatever reason. And Griffin all over the back bumper of that Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. This course is very tricky, despite being a smaller road course here. Got to learn how to use your brakes and gas in the right areas there. And these are some sharp turns. Now Hamill is slowly reeling his way, catching up to Nico Ketchum in the 44. Not really a good day for Flickinger Racing with the exception of Bobby Frazier. He's the only one that's been doing pretty decent at the moment. Right now, 11th on the board. 23 cars left on the lead lap. Once Ketchum gets past, he'll be 22. 8 to go, now 7 to go for Derek Hamill in the 47. It's Max working on Austin Yoakum. It's not for position, just trying to get around him there. DeMax trying to catch up to Joshua Sicoli in the 33 right there. Frazier now coming out pit road, and he's got damage. Same for Onjak and Nicholas Guerra. Andrew Miller with damage. Whoa! When did this happen? Oh my. Because you're not going to believe who's now cracked the top 10. How about Joseph Srigley, Alex Tanker, and Bobo Jones in the 70? Wow! Unreal. Saver in the top 15. Same with Amanda Evans. Patrick Smith slowly to bring his way back up into the field. And when will these leaders come down? That's obviously the big wonder because they've stayed out this whole time being. And Hamill has easily gotten around Nico Ketchum, the 44. So this is looking better and better for car 47 for Go Neum Racing. Hamill is just a man on a mission right now, and he is just enjoying that lead. Colton Schwartz all over the back bumper, the outside pole sitter there. Just trying to do what he can to pass that 90. I'm not sure if Derek Hamill kept it to Sean Ard in the nick of time. We will see, though. But you got to feel for some of the drivers there, like Andrew Miller and others. Just another check on to see who's out of the race. And we go up to now where updated is Cole Baker, Brandon Crasta, Jackie Tang, Bobby Frazier are added on to the list. Yoakum still 2 laps down to 31st. And 22nd on down to 30th, 1 lap down. I would love to see what happened to Anjak, Guerra, Andrew Miller, and all those. Some of them were in the top 10, or at least right around the area of the top 10. DeMax, possibly with an issue on the 10. Slow on the course. Stapleton down pit road. Hamill with an almost 10-second lead on second place. Man, they all caught up right within one another. Friesen has gotten around both Ketchum and Crampton. Battle for fourth. Daniel Bouchard and Colton Schwartz, pair of rookies there. Rookies with some great talent, the road ringers there. Max back down pit road. Bobo Jones had a bit of a wiggle there. But Derek Hamill has been putting a whipping on those drivers. And even thanks to the people that have been wrecking out, it has not been their day. Colton Schwartz having difficulty trying to get around Travis Crampton in that 92, and that's allowing Daniel Bouchard to catch up. And he's going to use him as a pick. Or not. Now he uses Bouchard as a pick. Don't really get to see that much. Now the 6 car trying to pass via the high line there. Oh, the 0-3 took that bad line there. Now Griffin trying to get around him there. My apologies with the frames there. That was kind of weird. But 2 laps to go for Derek Hamill in the 47. Hamill enjoying that run, and he is getting literally the signal 2 to go at the line. Will be the white flag, looking for his second career victory in only 4 races altogether. Remember, he won at 8 Bull earlier this year, and he has been looking fantastic so far. Trying to be the first 2-time winner in the Xfinity Series this season. White flag, final lap here for Derek Hamill in the 47. Some of these guys staying out, and they're just running through this course perfectly fine. One last look through the field. Sanford almost in the top 10 there. Give him some credit. Derek Hamill in the 47 took the pole, took that lead away from Vince Friesen, and ever since that green flag came, and the wrecks have been coming through, he has not looked back. Off the big right-hander, he's going to come through the final 3 corners. Off the final corner, he's going to do it. Checker flag is out. Derek Hamill, a 2-time winner this season. First of this time, he's going to win here at Pukehoke. And he wins the Bottle O 200 here in Australia and will be a big, big winner today in the Schluter Systems Go Neum Racing. Talk about putting a whipping on some drivers. Look out, guys. Hamill is here. He wants to make a statement. Let's get the rest of your finishing results there. Second place will be Carter Friesen in the 85. Third for Vince Friesen will be heartbroken yet again, but a good run this time, though. Colton Schwartz will get 4th, Daniel Bouchard 5th, Ryan Acosta will get 6th, Bobo Jones 7th, 8th is Steve Pollard, 9th Alex Taker, Joseph Srigley, quiet all day, will sneak into the top 10 there. Great run for that unsponsored Dodge. So the rest of your results, 20 cars finished the race on the lead. Lap 21st on down to 29th, all out of the, or finished the race, just ended up lap down. And then, of course, 30th on down, all out of the race. Stapleton had a valve issue right there. So we're going to take a look at some of the incidents that went on by here at Pukehoke. Well, this is a very common thing they like to do in Pukehoke. And the thing is, coming into this turn, this is a heavy right-handing braking turn here. And you see, for some drivers, they were checking up pretty good. And then from Jackie Tang on back, just jacked up big time there. Garrett Sidner actually was the luckiest driver. Held up just enough and didn't get run into or ran into anybody else. And then you see Breeding and Gary Owen. Jackie Tang's going to go around in a slide thanks to Matthew Eves. And then another driver actually went around, I believe, in this area. That was in the rear of the field, but that was that portion of the incident. And then we'll show you the opening lap and who spun out in just a second, but you get the point, though. This turn maybe caused some issues for some drivers. And in the beginning, it was Nico Ketchum in the 44, who basically just struggled all day long, mainly in the beginning. And you see some of these drivers were taking this 3 wide off the corner here, which that's never a good idea to begin with here. And Hanley just got a good run right there coming off that corner. Goes into that corner panel of the Gatorade Dodge. Goes into his own teammate. And around goes the 44. Luckily, though, he did not hit anybody else. He just randomly went for the spin and had to deal with all the grass right there. So that was that caution. Or not caution, but the wreck that took place there. And you're seeing Alex Tanker in the 50 definitely did not take this corner right here. And in result, Ryan Griffin, that 29, he just had to swing it right to avoid Fitz Almerigo in the 09. Keep an eye on the 16 of Jonathan Hoff in that Charter AutoZone Chevrolet. He just goes into Griffin, Massenthal, gives him the deed, and she sends him almost into the tire barrier. Like, it was a pretty close call. Look at Eli Bright in the 88. Man, that car was swerving just to get around. Now, I want to show that part of the incident, because you see everyone else has just been trying to catch up, and something had happened to, Griffin got turned by, looked like Massenthal right there, going into Austin Yoakum. Of course, didn't see that part. It was in the rear, and it was away in the inside line, so that explains a whole lot there. But let's see, Jonathan Hoff, does he run into Adam Garcia right here? No, he doesn't. I was wondering what happened, because we got word early on something had happened to him there. I thought it was over here. Oh, yep, it was a lap ahead. That was why. And Bobo Jones, we'll look at his incident a bit. But, of course, this turn is going to be trouble. So, if you're drivers in the Cup Series watching this one, keep an eye on this one here. Adam Garcia, Vince Almeriego, Skylar Dixon, Jonathan Hoff, Malik Nevins, Madison Tall, all piling in right there. Man, they just couldn't check up in the nick of time there. Eli Bright, Joseph Strigley, man, they got through that entire mess there. Now, what happened to Bobo Jones, I want to be sure about. Did he lose it by himself? Got a little bit of an assist from that 99 of Jay Cook there, so. Oh, and yeah, he also got, that's right, that's what happened to Cook there in 99. Well, I guarantee the drivers who were basically up to speed had a lot of difficulty with the drivers that weren't, primarily Adam Garcia and Matthew Eves. But you're going to see right here, the Moneyline Super just battling Adam Garcia for whatever reason. Cole Baker picked a bad time to be aggressive there in that 11. And just gets a whale of a run, and it's going to unfortunately take out the Moneyline Super and himself in the process. And you see Baker also add insult injury. Both of them go into that sandpit. Once they got out of there, you can see they're just still carrying way too much speed, and Eves just trying to turn the car. Couldn't do so. Whacked into the tires. Cole Baker in the 11 you're seeing just lost control and went into the tires as well. And tough break for both of those drivers. That automatically KO'd their cars. But do remember the process. Patrick Smith in the 15. He spun out right here trying to avoid all that mess. And then I think they're going to... Yeah, right here. Stapleton's going to get a little loose right here going into TJ Hanley. Round went to 0-7. He got extremely lucky in that incident alone. And then chaos ensuing. Sean R in the 42 just destroys the rear end of the 15. Amanda Evans going into Jay Cook in the 99. Oh, man, and Cook went all the way down to that wall and completely tore apart that car. Holy mackerel. I was wondering exactly what happened to that 99 car, but that explains a whole lot right there. And this turn also causing issues there as well. Strigley messed up the corner there. Crest and Bright just getting a little too aggressive coming off that corner, trying to get around that unsponsored dodge. And Bright just kind of just pushes him just enough off the course, his own teammate and boss. And the gear wrench Camaro, though, just like the earlier one with Baker and Neves, right into that tire wall right there. And we just kind of wanted to stick with Jackie Tame, but you see Benjamin Thomas lost control of his car coming off the corner, and this is just going to be a big chain reaction wreck that's going to come on by. Travis Crampton's going to get involved right here. Sean Ard, Nico Ketchum, Jackie Tame. There you see Brandon Crassa from earlier in that incident. Ryan Griffin's trying to avoid this incident. He's got no luck right there. Amanda Evans, I don't know how that 65 managed to get through that entire mess, but she did. And she got through that entire bit. Patrick Smith also trying to get around that mess entirely as well. And, I mean, he was behind that entire wreck and got through it. So, he got very lucky after all that. So, that's what happens when you get chain reaction wrecks there altogether. Well, this zone has been always a big trouble spot you see for a lot of drivers. You see Peter Onjak and Bobby Frazier had the prime example right here. However, Onjak, he had a little more extra damage, and he took his anger out on Bobby Frazier in the 41, and you notice that little opening of where the tire wall is there. Looks like Frazier's going to hit it in that sweet spot right there and just miss it. Got a little bit, actually, and Onjak probably not too happy right there, and I don't blame him at all. Now, we also had gotten word that Eugene and Max, right by the end of the race, actually had blown the motor, but something happened to Nathan Stapleton in the 97. And we're just going to quickly see if we can document as to what happened with the 97. Oh, he blew the motor as well. So Stapleton blew up on lap 25. Let's see if we can find Max wherever he blew up. But I was amazed because he was actually having a pretty good day, and then he just had an issue. Blew up on lap 23. Let's see if we can find where he blew up. Oh. Wow. He just randomly had mechanical failure. So, that was it from what happened out of all the incidents taking play here. So, here's the rest of your finishing results there. Derek Hamill, a big win in car number 47. Carter Friesen, second. Third, Vince Reese. Fourth, Colton Schwartz. Fifth, Daniel Bouchard. Sixth, Brian Acosta. Seventh, Bobo Jones. Eighth, Steve Pollard. Ninth, Alex Tinkley. Top 10, Joseph Strigley. And again, 20 cars finished on the lead lap. And 29 finished the race altogether. 30th on down, all out of the race. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe, part of the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. You've been watching production of the NRSL, where racing is living. Till then, goodbye, everybody. For Pukekohe, we'll see you for the Cup race tomorrow. Until then, goodbye, everybody. Here come the points.